One of the biggest mistakes that supporters of Mayor McDougall or any political leader can make is to stay silent when their favorite leader is in a slump. Hi, I'm Joe Ward of Boxer Shorts Media, and not only do I think that staying silent when our mayor makes missteps is a bad idea, I also think it's a very unhelpful thing to do for the mayor. Can critical feedback ever be a good thing? You betcha, without question. Think about it. This really shouldn't seem counterintuitive. Any political leader needs feedback, and if we praise them when they do something great, but bite our lips and look the other way when they mess up, they'll enjoy our flattery, but when they've made a mistake in some way, they'll be left with a false impression of our approval of their performance. Listen, I don't need a call to action to remind unyielding critics and trolls of the mayor or any other political leader to weigh in when they're upset. They'll do that on their own, and we know that. This message isn't for them, although I do have a message for them that I can't share on camera today. No sir, no ma'am, this message isn't for them. So who is it for? Well, it's for the silent supporters out there who've taken notice of some missteps but aren't likely to say anything about it. So don't get me wrong, you surely don't need to become a talking head on a moderately inconsequential video podcast like this one, nor write a letter to the editor, nor make a trip to the microphone at a public session in order to weigh in. Sure, all of those are valid approaches to communicating, but whatever works for you is what is best. If you're a supporter who's just spotted something that gives you pause for concern, then you can fire off an email or make a phone call to let our mayor know what's drawing your attention privately. It can be around the water cooler if you want, but it doesn't have to be. I just happen to know that public pressure and open community awareness and conversation is a more compelling force in altering the behavior or the direction of our leaders than behind the scenes private feedback. While I'm not opposed to sending feedback privately, I just think that having an open discussion can be a more influential option. Sometime in the near future, I'll be putting out my next edition of the CBRM mayoral ranking, where I seek to identify viable candidates prior to each election cycle. And although Mayor McDougall has taken the top spot in the ranking before, things are shaping up for her to have some significant competition for her role right now. After all, in one way, it can be much easier to impress folks when chasing an opportunity than it is once you're in the hot seat and have to follow through. And I think we're seeing some of that effect with Mayor McDougall today. If you want her to secure her second term, then don't give her a false sense of approval. There's nobody running telephone polls right now to measure public confidence in the CBRM. A good supporter will raise some red flags for her early on and give her time to make adjustments. Otherwise, we could see a repeat scenario of an overconfident mayor like Cecil Clarke suddenly losing his mayoral position as a strong candidate eroded away far more of his majority than he probably realized, until the polls closed and it was too late to change the outcome. If you're a true supporter of the mayor or any other local politician, then it's your responsibility to give them sincere feedback, not just sugar-coated, cherry-picked flattery. Tell the emperor to get his ass to Old Navy for some cheap khakis and a t-shirt instead of pretending you can't see the little emperor getting a top-up of vitamin D. For more videos from Boxer Shorts Media, subscribe now on your choice of YouTube or Facebook, whichever you prefer.
Please hang up and try again.